Ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. It's your boy TYREKE. Chris World. Today we are rebuilding the New England Patriots with Mac Jones leading the way. And the Patriots did a lot of good stuff when it came to the free agency this past season, and or this past offseason. And we got Cam Newton as QB1, Mac Jones as QB2. But the Patriots did end up trading Sony Michel in real life, so we're gonna have to make that move. But the team overall, if you look at the team looks really nice. Like, the team looks really solid. Like, they have a solid crew here. And the defense is great as well, as they have Donta Hightower back as well too. And I just like how the team is looking like overall, because it's showing lots and lots of promise. And the corners, safeties, everything's looking good there too. So I feel like I want to get Mac Jones most opportunities possible. So I am gonna trade Cam Newton away. I'm gonna trade him away. Bears would love him. Bengals would love him. Why would all these teams like him? That doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna trade him to the Washington football team. What? They're not that interested. Oh, because they have Fitz. Oh, that's tough. But I want to see what middle linebackers they have. Okay, so they don't have a middle linebacker. Right outside linebacker is not good either. D tackles, so they have quite a bit. Deron Payne would be someone that'd be perfect to trade for. Cam Newton for Deron Payne straight up wouldn't go through. But if we throw in like a third-round pick, maybe. Okay, maybe a third-round pick might be too high. But if we throw in like a fourth and Cam for Deron Payne, okay, so that wouldn't work. Throwing a third and Cam Newton for Deron Payne. A third and a sixth of this year and Cam for Deron Payne. It feels like it's not enough. How about a fourth of next year? Okay, so it's getting close there. A third of this year and a third of next year, and Cam Newton for Deron Payne, who fits the scheme. That should go through. So they get their starting quarterback. We get a defensive tackle that is very much needed for the squad. And then we have Lawrence Ski here, Christian Barmore, a rookie, Dwan Gacho. We're going to keep all those guys. We're going to move Lawrence Ski here. Probably going to move him for like maybe a young inside linebacker that could possibly like help us out. Because Donta Hightower is getting old, and this probably is a contract year for him. So we're going to just go into D tackle position, move Lawrence Ski or Lawrence Guy. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. See what teams have interest in him. So he does have interest in a couple of teams, but we're looking for a young middle linebacker. Jerome Baker, I feel like could work as a young middle linebacker. I don't know if this will go through. Okay, so it's close. So it's close. Jerome Baker as a Patriot, we're just stealing from our rivals. But we throw in Lawrence Ski in a fifth for Jerome Baker, and we get him. So we get that linebacker situated. So we have that backup now. And I think, okay, so we also have to trade away Sony Michel to the Rams, obviously, because we have lots of running backs on the squad. So we're going to trade away Sony Michel. Ramondre Stevenson definitely got a lot of love, but we're going to trade him to the Rams because Cam Akers is injured, and I think they traded him for like a 6. But I feel like we could get more, so we're going to just trade him for a third. So we traded him over there for a third. Not too bad. And our receivers are good. Our running back situation is going to be interesting what we do with it, but I feel like we'll be able to manage pretty well. And then let's put in some staff points. So obviously we don't have Belichick, so we're just gonna make it for the offense as we have as we always start off with. But we have a good amount of staff points available still. We boost stamina for our guys, boost the release for our receivers. That's pretty good, making the offense work and making sure that everyone can catch. That's a very huge thing. But running a 3-4 defense now. Oh, this is our weekly strategy. Oh, we're facing Washington. We sent Cam to the Washington football team too. He's paired up back with Ron Rivera, so that's not too bad. But we're gonna face up the depth chart now. So our quarterback, we're gonna have Mac Jones as QB1. Running backs are looking pretty interesting. We have a lot here, but I want to put Ramondre Stevenson in the mix. Damian Harris gets the start. Fullback, Jacob Johnson. Receivers are pretty good. I like how the receivers are looking. Tight ends are good as well too. Offensive line, we have no worries there. D-line, we have Christian Novich and Henry Anderson, so we got depth at this position. D-tackle, we got Deron Payne, who's going to help out the D-line a lot more. We got Matthew Judon, got some good middle linebackers. And we got Kyle Van Noy, who's back onto the team. We have great corners, so we're not even worried about that. Safeties are good too. And we want our third down running back to be... Honestly, we could throw in Ramondre Stevenson. Could throw him in there, but we're going to put James White in there. Power back. Let's put Ramondre Stevenson. Let's just mix it up. And slot receiver Jacoby Myers. Not bad. So that's what the squad is looking like. So let's see how we do in the first season with Mac Jones as starter. Let's see if we can make the playoffs. So we ended up going 7-10. Jets ended up going 3-14. So not a good first season for Mac Jones as starter, but that's okay because we're building up from that. And as we upgraded our guys, James White is back from injury, so running back probably might be a huge issue for us. But J.C. Jackson had 6 picks, led the team, was second in the NFL. Our offense was 16th, so not bad stats for Mac Jones in his first year. And our defense was 3rd, so our defense was really good. Mac Jones had 33 touchdowns, 17 picks, 97.9 passer rating. Not too bad. Let's see how Cam Newton did. 44 touchdowns, 15 picks, so he just took off. He wasn't playing around. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for sure. But as we go back to the Patriots, rushing wise, Damian Harris had 959 yards, 8 TDs, 389 yards, 4 TDs for James White, 142 yards, 5 TDs for Ramondre Stevenson. Receivers, our receivers did not too bad. A good amount of TDs, kind of a mix of love everywhere. Not bad at all. Defense, Dante Hightower had 133 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 2 picks. Not too bad. 11.5 sacks for Matthew Judon, 6.5 for Deron Payne. Not too bad of a pickup for our trade. And J.C. Jackson led the team in picks with 6. And so that's how the first year went. Mac Jones could possibly go for Rookie of the Year, but we'll just have to see. Our defense played pretty stellar. Not surprised though. So Shaq Mason from our offensive line made the Pro Bowl. D-line, Deron Payne made it, which is really nice to see. Dante Hightower made it. Wow, so they snubbed Matthew Judon from it, but Stephon Gilmore made it as a corner. So they snubbed a couple players from our guy because J.C. Jackson had 6 picks and Matthew Judon had 11 sacks. So it turns out to be a popularity contest. Super Bowl this year is Packers ended up losing the Super Bowl 19-22. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens ended up winning the Super Bowl. And MVP went to Lamar Jackson and Offensive Player of the Year. Trevor Lawrence ended up winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. And they lost out to QB1 of the draft, but that's fine. We're going to go into the re-signing period. They say our top need is quarterback, but I think we're fine there. Got a couple players ready to negotiate. Let's see who's ready. Stephon Gilmore, who had a great year. He wants 1 year, $21 million. I don't think we'll be able to do this. We're going to have to let him go as a free agent. We're going to have to let him go. Got Devin McCourty as well. We might have to let him go as he's 35 now. Trent Brown, our right tackle. I'm going to give him a solid deal. Yeah, we're going to give him this deal. We get him back. Dante Hightower, we're going to let walk as we said because we picked up the other guy. Another player we got to definitely resign is J.C. Jackson. He had a great career, a great season. And then Jacoby Myers, I don't know how well he performed, but we're going to have to probably let a lot of these guys walk. So, we're going to have to rebuild during the draft for sure. But we have positions. We have it available, so we're going to have to see what we can work with. We have about $2 million available in cap. See if we could maybe look at who's taking up the most cap on the team. See if maybe that we could like switch that around. We got Deron Payne, who's going to be our highest overall on the team. He's fine though because he's one of the pieces for the future. Just like a lot of these guys, they're all pieces for the future, of course. We got Nelson Aguilar, who's $17 million. I don't know how I feel about Nelson Aguilar being $17 million, but Mac Jones is our QB1. Our running backs, I'm okay with our running backs right now. Receivers, Nelson Aguilar is 7. I don't know, that just doesn't sit right with me. I feel like that's too much for a player like him, so I'm gonna release him because that's $17 million free that we just get back. And then Kendrick Bourne, he's $7 million. I feel like we could get better for that, so I'm gonna release him as well. Keep N'Keal Harry. Keep N'Keal Harry as our best receiver on the team. Tight ends are good. Offensive line, everyone's back, so Not too worried about that. D-line is not bad either. Yeah, D-line is pretty straight. Middle linebackers, we just need one player on there. Corners, we just need about like probably just one corner, one like solid tall corner to help us out. And then we definitely need a safety, but we made some moves, and we have about 26 million available in cap now from selling those guys. Devontae Adams is a free agent, and so is Devin Funchess. You know, we have the cap room available. He has a broken collarbone. Devontae Adams would be perfect for the squad. I want to give him a 3-year deal. Give him a 3-year deal. See if he accepts it. It's about 77 total points. And we could draft the receiver. Could try to sign Marquez Valdes-Scantling. But we have other positions of need. So we're going to try the cornerback position. We have Justin Coleman, Jimmy Smith, Desmond Trufant. Kind of just want like a taller corner to help us out. Like Trey Flowers could help us out for sure. He wants 2 years. Give him that kind of deal because we need a bigger corner. You know what I'm saying? And at safety, we could sign like we could hopefully draft someone. We could just try to draft someone for sure. Strong safety is just Kyle Duggar. He's good there. So after we put those players, after we put those offers out there, we ended up getting Devontae Adams. He accepted a contract with us. Trey Flowers in our backup safety in Lano Hill. So that's phenomenal. We have about $3 million left in cap, so we're gonna leave that alone. And since we have about $3 million, we can try to see if there's any last things we could do. So quarterback, it's fine with Mac Jones. I'm okay with that. Receivers, we have Devontae. We have Devontae now, so hopefully we could try to draft a slot receiver once the time comes. But for right now, we're just gonna like sign some backups, or we could honestly draft backups. I'm not worried about that. We could definitely draft some backups because our defense is still like our main priority as like something we gotta address. So maybe we could try Devondre Campbell. He could be pretty solid for us for sure. Devondre Campbell, a 1-year deal. He's just definitely not gonna sign that, but you know, who knows? Who knows? But we're gonna have some gaps on the team, but it could work out. Yeah, Devondre Campbell's just not signing that. I wouldn't sign that either. So we started the draft. We have the 13th pick in the draft. Let's see what we can get here. So with the 13th pick in the draft, we're not going for a quarterback, obviously. A corner would be nice. We have a kid named Braden Upshaw. He's a late first rounder. We have a kid named Matt Macklin, Jerome Arrington. We did sign Trey Flowers, so we actually don't need that position. Second rounder, we could go for Kevin Elam. He's a late second rounder. And then we also could go for Max Neal. And then they have a good couple safeties in the first round here. Brandon Monk, Gil Melvin. There's a lot of good guys here. I probably want to go for the fastest. We got 11th, 3rd, and then we also have 10th. So we're going to go with Brandon Monk here, 77 overall. We're going to move the positions around, make sure that's set. So we just shored up the safety position, which is good. Now here we are in the second round. We have some players that are available here. Our running back, we got TYREKE Saxton. He's an early first rounder. We could pick him up, throw him in the mix as well too. And then with our linebackers, I feel like that's our weak link right now. We have Justin Presley, who's an early first rounder. We also have Jack Meredith, who's a late first rounder. Jack Meredith fits the scheme. Justin Priestley is the early first, but we're going to go with Jack Meredith. If he fits the scheme, 73 overall, he's going to be perfect. Throw him in with Jerome Baker. Not bad at all. And now with our third round pick, we have some players available still. Running backs, our guy that we wanted is gone. But now here we are in the second round. We're looking for a receiver to add in just to fit the scheme, hopefully. Someone that's fast, you know. We got a kid named Reggie Middleton. He doesn't seem too bad. He fits the scheme as well. But I'm liking that second round receiver. His name is Levi Cousins. He's pretty fast. He's an early second rounder, so we're gonna pick him up, 73 overall, put him in the mix with N'Keal Harry and Devontae. Perfect. Runs a 4.36, not too bad. So we're gonna sim through the end of this draft and see what else we pick up. So after the draft recap, we ended up getting another safety, a receiver, a cornerback, a D tackle, a right tackle, and another safety. So got a bunch of safeties from that draft, not too bad. But we're gonna adjust the roster after this. We're gonna make like Kyle Duggar our starting free safety, and then we're gonna obviously sign some. Definitely have to sign some backup linemen, like a center and a guard. So this is what the offense looks like right now. We got Devontae, and we also got N'Keal Harry with Cousins in the slot. So we have a pretty beastly looking offense right now. Defense, we got Meredith right here next to Jerome Baker. Got some interesting linebackers here as well as an interesting D-line. Corners are looking pretty good, so we're gonna fix that up. All right, so we fixed up the depth chart for the team. So we have Kyle Duggar starting at free safety. So we're gonna see how that goes. Our team is looking pretty solid, so let's send to the playoffs and see what we. So we made the playoffs going 9-8. We're facing the Chiefs, who went 12-5. So we went third in our division. We were going 9-8, but it looks like all three of our teams made the playoffs. And it's going to be a very tough one as we're facing a very tough opponent. This is Mac Jones' first taste of the playoffs. So this is going to become a very interesting game. But nonetheless, we made the playoffs. And see if any of our guys were top. Jacoby Myers, 1498 yards. Oh, he went somewhere else. And of course he ate. So none of our guys there statistically, but our offense was 14th. Mac Jones, not too bad. And then our defense was first in the NFL. 32 touchdowns, 12 picks for Mac Jones, 102 passer rating. Damian Harris had 872 yards, 6 TDs. Ramondre Stevenson, 573 yards, 4 TDs, not too bad. Receivers, no one for over 1,000, but our receivers did do their thing. Defense, Matthew Judon, 13 sacks, still slept on. Chase Winovich, 7.5 sacks. Kyle Van Noy, 5 sacks. Deron Payne with 4. And then interceptions, we got a good amount across the team. Pretty nice. So our team's looking pretty good. We have the #1 ranked defense, so hopefully that fares off against Mahomes and company. But let's see what we do in this game. So we ended up losing 35-30, a very close game against Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's not too bad considering that's Mac Jones' first touch of the playoffs. And I'm very excited to see how that game went. So let's take a look at our schedule. So Mac Jones in his first game had 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, and didn't get sacked once. Jarrett Stidham also came in and threw a TD. Patrick Mahomes threw 3 touchdowns, got picked off once, and sacked twice. Running backs were okay, not the best. Receivers, their receivers killed us. They definitely stretched the floor. But Matthew Judon, Kyle Van Noy did his thing, and J.C. Jackson got a pick. So it was probably a close game overall, but we ended up losing it. Not even mad because Mac Jones did great. So we're going to see if we made the Pro Bowl. Super Bowl is Browns-Cowboys this year. So the Browns are on a roll. Browns are definitely on a roll this year. And Mac Jones did not make it. But let's see what players of ours did. Hunter Henry made it. That's pretty nice. Joe Thuney is not on our team anymore. Shaq Mason made it, though. D-line, Matthew Judon did not get snubbed this year, which is perfect to see. Stephon Gilmore is not on our team anymore. Okay, very interesting how that panned out for our team this season. Made the playoffs. Mac Jones did get a chance to play. So not. Browns ended up winning the Super Bowl 28-10. And Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP. Myles Garrett won defensive Super Bowl MVP. And Khalil Mack won Defensive Player of the Year. I think he repeated. So he became a beast. But we got to get some of our guys some accolades in there. We gave Mac Jones a #1 target, so got to keep that in mind. We got Deron Payne, who we have to re-sign, our star nose tackle. He's only 26. We're gonna give him a 6-year deal worth $50 million, or a 3-year deal with $50 million. Got our starting left tackle in Isaiah Wynn. Definitely got to re-sign him. Can't find left tackles of his caliber anywhere, and he's short too, so that's very interesting. Got Jonathan Jones, one of our star corners. We're gonna give him a 1-year deal worth $9 million. We get him back. Got Chase Winovich, our starting right end. We're going to re-sign him too. Fits the scheme perfectly. We get him back. Damian Harris, we're going to let him walk. Kyle Van Noy, we're going to let walk because we have Josh Uche. So we're going to see how he performs. We got our punter, Jake Bailey. Give him about $5 million. N'Keal Harry as our #2. We're going to see if we can re-sign him. He's just not interested in signing, so we're going to lose him. And then we got Henry Anderson. He wants $3 million for him being at that position. Got Jarrett Stidham. We're gonna sign him just so we have our solid backup. He accepts it, of course. JJ Taylor is one of our backs, so we're gonna see if he accepts this. He does. And then Joe Juwan Williams is one of our corners as depth as well too. We get him back. And then for Enkil here, we're gonna let walk. Devon Gaucho, we're gonna let walk too. And then Damian Harris, who has been great as our starting running back. He's an 81 overall and he's only 26. Actually, we're gonna re-sign him. He would like to play for a new team next year. Our franchise tag would be $60 million, so we can't re-sign him either. But we re-signed the most important positions. We could obviously rebuild through the draft, and we'll have about $10 million available in cap to make some moves if we want in free agency. So, wow, look at all these free agents. TYREKE Hill's a free agent. TYREKE would be perfect for our offense, honestly. We got Kareem Hunt is a free agent. A lot of good free agents available here. And running back isn't a position I'm really worried about too much because we could always draft someone too. It's more like the receiver position to have like that speed. So let's see if maybe we could try for Scotty Miller. You know, give him like a solid deal. He's got great speed. See if he signs with us. That would be lovely. Offensive line. Our offensive line is alright. We don't need to make any adjustments Dietrich wise. He's just okay at that position. He's not anything too crazy though. Matthew Judon has regressed to 75 now though. Middle linebackers are good. We got Josh Uche who's cooling over there at his position. Safeties, we're just gonna move Kyle Duggar. We're gonna make him a starting free safety. We got Scotty Miller, so we picked up a receiver to help out to who could stretch the field. So that's perfect. And we're gonna change Kyle Duggar's positions to free safety to help us out with having and this will probably be his contract year as well too. So Kyle Duggar is now at free safety. That helps us out a ton. Our corners are good too. We re-signed our guys that we needed. Matthew Judon's at a 77, so he's regressing. Definitely got to get some new DNs hopefully. Dietrich Wise is getting old too, and he's not really doing much to help us out either. To keep that in mind. Our receivers are looking pretty nice though. I like our receiver core. Running backs, we're gonna might have to like trade for someone. We could honestly trade for running back. Let's see what teams are interested or have running backs available. Let's see, trade center. See if we could throw in like a pick because apparently we need a left outside linebacker. But we have Matthew Judon, so I'm not really rushing that position just yet. He's gonna ride out one more season for sure, but a fourth for a running back because that's a position of need. Any teams that has depth for sure. You got Zach Moss for a fourth. I feel like that would go through. Wow, they said it needs significantly more value. James Conner, no, he's injury prone. Marlon Mack and Jonathan Taylor are the combo there. Not seeing any running backs that we could. Niners got Trey Sermon, Kareem Hunt, and Tony Pollard. So they got a good amount of running backs. James Robinson and Travis Etienne. Maybe we could give them a second for James Robinson. What if that goes through? No, they respect him too much, as they should, honestly, because he's really good. A.J. Dillon fits our scheme. A.J. Dillon, a power back with Ramondre Stevenson. How about we give them a second of next year, and we get A.J. Dillon. Okay, boom. So we just picked up our starting running back. Perfect. We gave up a second of next year, so now we have a starting caliber running back. That helps us out tremendously. And yeah, so let's go into the draft now. So we have the 19th pick in the draft, so hopefully we can get a left outside linebacker, Matthew Judon's protege. We do have Infernal Jennings, so they're going to have to battle it out, see who will be the actual successor. But left outside linebacker, they have Bobby Stewart. He's a late first rounder, fits the scheme, and he's the only one here, so we're going to pick him up. 75 overall. They say he's a reach, but he could literally start for us. So that's not even mad about that at all. Second round here, we have about see if there's any first round talents sitting here. We got another running back, Eric Kelly, late first rounder. We also have some receivers here. We got Trevor Wilson. We got a free safety here in Steve Roby. Any just good talents, you know what I'm saying? If they have like a D-end would be nice. They have none. A D-tackle, none. Ready to get our left outside linebacker. Corners, there's nothing here that I like. Safety, there's a couple, but you know what I'm saying? It's not that deep for us. And it's the second round too, so it's kind of like, yeah. So we're gonna leave the rest of the draft up to simulation, as scouting did not really do too much. So let's into that. So they ended up drafting a left end named Nick Weathersby. Got a corner and a right tackle, so they never go for centers or right guards. So they're just like, yeah, they're healthy, they're good. But team is looking all right, and let's sim to the playoffs and see if what we can do here. So we ended up winning our division, going 12-5. We're facing the Bills, who are division rivals. So maybe this is the season where we take off, like we go crazy, and we upgrade our players. It's pretty cool, and I feel like we're gonna be pretty nice. We're gonna be pretty nice. Cam Newton is still eating in the league, so that's very interesting to see. But let's take a look at our stats, see how well we're doing. Our offense was 19th, so Mac Jones has just been, you know, mediocre at best. Our defense has been first, though, so we've had a lockdown defense. 32 touchdowns, 11 picks for Mac Jones, 105.3 passer rating. Nothing like game-changing, but A.J. Dillon, 13 TDs, 1,000 yards rushing ball, so that's our first 1,000-yard rusher. And Devontae Adams, 1,100 yards, 10 TDs, perfect. Defense, though. Defense is where it's the bread and butter. So Chase Winovich at 9.5 sacks, Deron Payne at 9.5, Dietrich Wise at 6. Not too bad for our prominent defensive players. And then J.C. Jackson at 5 picks. Jack Meredith, our number 2 middle linebacker, had a good amount of picks as well too. So we're looking pretty nice. Our defense, we're definitely a defensive-minded team. So let's see how we do against the first game against the Bills. We ended up taking a loss, 33-23. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, the team is looking pretty nice. I mean, why did we lose again? Why did we take a mean L as they're facing the 15-2 Chiefs right after? So we took a mean loss again, and this time we were home, so that's kind of concerning. Mac Jones threw a pick, but that was just about it. It was Josh Allen, but okay, yeah, their rushing attack killed us. Our defense was non-existent all of a sudden. Yeah, our defense was non-existent. Yeah, the running attack got us. It's kind of bad, but I mean, our defense has been number 1 a lot, and it's kind of weird how we just keep like missing out on like moving up in the playoffs. Let's see who made the Pro Bowl for our team, if anyone made it. Mac Jones still hasn't gotten it. Oh, he did finally. He was Pro Bowl number 3. Receivers Devontae Adams, Hunter Henry. Offensive line, Michael, our starting left guard. Center, right guard, and right tackle. Just accept our left tackle. That's disrespectful. Deron Payne made it. We had a lot of Pro Bowlers this year. J.C. Jackson. Nice. So we had a great amount of Pro Bowlers this year. That's pretty solid. I mean, and the Super Bowl this year is Chiefs Falcons. Let's see who takes that. So Chiefs ended up winning 38-24. Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP, and none of our guys won anything, but we are a playoff caliber team. Mac Jones could lead this team to the playoffs, so it's looking pretty solid. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video. Mac Jones is the answer. They just need a little bit more of a push, I guess, offensively to take it over the top. But the team is looking pretty well, and I think the Patriots are in good hands. But anyways, guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what other teams want to see me rebuild, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, you gotta be fiend to succeed. Peace.